So here we are at Capitol Forest. I was watching some of my videos yesterday, and it dawned on me I haven't done a lot of videos with the WR here for a while. So I figured I'd record this one. Haven't been recording a lot, just because, you know, I'm lazy, didn't feel like it. I've been writing, just not filming. So anyway, a couple things have happened to this since my last video. The biggest of which is I dropped it in a mud puddle. So we were so concerned about water getting in the air box, and we checked, double checked, triple checked. Okay, nothing in the air box, we're good. Not once did we think about the water getting in the pipe, and the pipe was full of water. So once we got the air box all checked out and everything, what did I do? I hit the button, all the water right in the engine. So therefore I had to go buy a new pipe, because that stock pipe, it was is actually a pretty stupid design. So I'm actually thankful I got the new pipe. So a couple things with the new pipe is, number one, it's given the engine a completely different character and sound. So therefore the mapping I was using isn't good anymore. So I am essentially running no mapping now. So they're all the mapping is zeros. I don't know if you remember, but it changed the engine characteristic that much. And as a matter of fact, now I have to use first gear quite a bit more than what I used to. So if you've bought one and you haven't yet upgraded your pipe, highly recommended. So today I figure I'm going to hit up the west side of Capitol Forest, because we don't do that very often. It's usually just the east side. So this is the North Rim Trail. I'm going to try to do that whole North Rim. I'm going to try to do that whole loop today. So yeah, here we go. Whoops, see what I mean? I've also made some adjustments for the ergos on this. Some time ago, I actually made the adjustment on the rear brake pedal and lowered it, because I ended up dragging it quite often. Well, the downside to that is I didn't drag it anymore, but while standing, it's really difficult to hit that back brake. So I adjusted it back up, so now when I'm standing, it's much easier to hit the back brake, lock her up, and all that kind of stuff. Okay. See, now we've done this trail so infrequently, I just got to know which one's which. Okay, so I'm going to go this way. I think typically we go that way. One of the two. I forgot. I think it's this one we usually take. So instead I'm going to take this one, and we're going to do the little loop here. Come back to Larch Mountain. Larch Mountain East. Connects back up with Divide Trail and back down. So that's the plan for today. So yay. We'll get to it. I have a little problem with the shifter there. That looks like North Road Trail. You know, I think we have done this a time or two, but it's so infrequent, I don't remember it. It's like new trail for me here. I do remember it. This has been that long that I'm pretty unfamiliar. I have to check my tire pressure at the next stop. next stop. So I think I'm gonna check my tire pressure because I rimmed it. I guess I could do it at the bottom. Felt the rim on a couple of those. So we'll stop here and check tire pressure. So looks like the back one is good. Running about 12 on the front. Be like 13 or 14 to be able to absorb some of these rocks and stuff. So we'll add a little bit more here real quick. Oh, not far enough. There we go. So if anything, I'll overinflate it and then let some out. Come on. Oh, that's almost perfect. Well, what are we, 14 now? About 13 and a half. We'll take a squirt out. There we go. That looks pretty good. Let's stick with 13 today. You know, tire pressures, I tell you, that is something a lot of folks keep going back and forth on. I know a lot of you run the tubeless system. I've never really had a need for the tubeless. The terrain that I ride, like I said, if I keep it about 13, 14, I'm just fine. If it's going to be like an all-day slow technical, 12 psi will be fine. But trails like today, I'm going to take it with a little bit more speed, so I need that extra rim protection. So I think 13 ought to work just fine. Oh yeah, front tire feels much better now. You know, a funny story about my tire pressure when I first bought this bike is when I bought it, I essentially took it from the showroom, brought it home, and I did the free power upgrades. And that was like changing the ECU, opening up the airbox, or rather removing the restrictor, taking out the throttle stop screw. I think that was about it. Anyway, so the following day I just brought it right up to Walker Valley, no adjustments. I didn't even check anything. Just brought it up to Walker and had at it. Oh, that thing was so bouncy because I didn't check suspension, I didn't check the tire pressures, nothing. So that's when I had my first crash up there on day number 1, because I was bouncing all over the place and bouncing off of rocks. Well, when I finally checked the tire pressure from the dealer, they had it set at about, it said about 25 pounds. Yeah, in case you didn't hear me, I said 25 pounds. Well, the stock pressure that's on the bike, the little placard, reads that's supposed to be 15 pounds, no more than that. So I was like, well, I guess that explains some of the bounciness. Which of course, you know, then you also don't have a lot of traction either. And when it comes to tire pressure, that's what it is, man. You gotta find that balance between traction and protection and what feels good for you with how you ride. So, my 2 cents worth on tire pressure anyway. Yeah, I felt much better.